So, Mecha BREAK had a developers live stream for season 2 with Kris Kwok, and then he goes over some of the things about the game and some relative or relevant data. He basically plays the game, and I recommend checking out the video on their Mecha BREAK official YouTube channel. There's also one in Japanese, if you read Japanese only for some reason. Not gonna lie, it's actually pretty charming to see someone who's a developer nerd out about their video game. And honestly, when it comes to mechs, it's really cool to see someone nerd out about mechs. Like, this is great. Essentially, the video is him showing out the strikers and then playing the game and enjoying it, and also throwing around a lot of chorite. It's pretty interesting. I recommend checking it. But what I'm really here today is to focus in on the little later half of the interview where he teased in the beginning is essentially what we're going to have for the New Year's slash Christmas slash half anniversary event for Mecha Break. So I'll play that video here, this part.
半周年来讲的话，会推出的新内容来讲的话呢，去跟大家来讲的话，去畅想一下。首先来讲的话，我们半周年来讲的话，我们会有一个半周年的新的一个活动场景。那这个活动场景来讲的话呢，是一个新的一个模式。那虽然也是一个 PVP 的模式啊，那对应来讲的话呢，可能就不会按照现在的一个情况是一个6v6模式。所以说，我们尝试正在准备做一个大乱斗模式，在这回的半周年来讲的话呢。先以活动场景来讲话上线。那另外来讲话呢，我们在这个 PVE 方面来讲话呢，我们会有一个新的 BOSS， 但是呢，这个新 BOSS 来讲话呢，我们不会放进这个马斯马克。那意味着来讲话，就是说玩家是可以来讲话直接去做一个 BOSS 挑战的。那这个来讲话会是我们的，当然，半周年的话还有很多的这个福利活动。这块来讲的话，我们是不会。现在公布的，所以说呢，过一阵子来讲的话呢，我们会公布这个福利活动。那因为半周年的时间点正好呢是在我们的这个双旦的期间，就是圣诞节啊、元旦啊这个时间，所以说来讲的话呢，我们会跟我们的圣诞活动和元旦活动来讲的话呢一起上线，去有一个大的一个包装。福利非常的多啊。那然后呢，我们会有一个新的一个场景平台。那这个场景平台来讲的话呢，可以说是一个就是你在格纳库外一个真正能社交的场所。所以说我们会打开一个公共区域。那这个区域里面来讲的话呢，你可以见到其他玩家的这个驾驶员。对，所以说这块来讲的话，是我们正在做的一些内容。对。差不多就这些吧。福利活动今天也不会去具体爆料，那我们就等下一次吧。大概2周之后，可能我们会还有一次直播。那我们会讲一下我们的这个对应的一些可能技能调整的方向。如果是那个时候来讲的话，我们去做这个技能调整。那刚刚也展示了一下我们的洛恩和巨阙。那相信来讲的话呢，对未来的很多战局来讲的话呢，会有就很多的一些新的变化。对，所以说这块来讲的话，大家应该也可以感受到了。对。今天来讲的话，其实我已经提前把这个半周年的对应的一些新的玩法，但新的玩法我们肯定细节会后面公布。所以说，今天来讲的话就应该我看一下，应该都说完了。那今天刚才也说了，所有这个对于我们的问卷答谢，那我们会拿到全服都会发的一个10个的赛季宝箱。对，然后今天的节目就到此结束了。那谢谢大家来讲话对极限界的支持。那2台新机甲大家慢慢的体验一下，然后我们下一次再见。会带给我们的这个对应的技改和我们的新的内容的公布。拜拜。
So to summarize, some of the things that they've or teased at is that there's going to be a new event. There's going to be a new PvP game mode brawl map that's not 6v6 Verge. There's going to be a new PvE boss not found in Matchmack, and it can be allegedly, like entered through the main menu screen. So I don't know if it's going to be like a multiplayer PvE kind of event or content, or if it's going to be like just solo run dungeon type jazz. There'll be a Christmas and New Year's event, possibly 2 separate events. The way I'm reading it, I think it's going to be 2 separate events because, well, Christmas and New Year's are 2 separate holidays. So hopefully it's 2 separate events. That means we're going to get at least 3 events if I'm reading this correctly or deciphering the translation correctly. There's going to be a new public social hub, so then I can get banned for, flaming in chat, and that'll be great. I think that's good. And that's just some of the content that the devs are cooking and will be cooking up for the event, and the maybe more will be revealed next in the coming 2 weeks or so. And it seems like the devs are communicating on the ball every 2 weeks or so. I don't know how consistent they'll be with this, but with the recent survey letter that they've posted, I really hope they're going to be a lot more consistent with at least, I think 2 weeks is a fair amount of time to just, have someone come on camera and then just tell us what's going on, keep us in the loop. I think that's good. If they can keep that up, that would be great. And so, from my personal experience, and these are just side notes, is like the fact that, hey, the devs are actually communicating more, they're actually responding, and they're implementing some of the player feedback that even I have submitted. So, it's not like the devs aren't listening. I also want to give a good shout out to their Steam communication. So, somewhere around, I want to say November 12th, they have a Mecha BREAK community service account that is answering on behalf of the developers for the game Mecha BREAK on the Steam forums, which is, pretty industry standard for even indie games. And I'm not trying to take away from this. This is a positive change. This is a good going into a good direction. So I want to like recognize that. So if you do have anything to say on the Steam forums, now there's actually someone who's, you know, checking them out and they respond and they try to make sure that hey, you get heard or you have the tools to be able to submit suggestion tickets to be able to be heard because the devs do check out suggestion tickets. I send a lot of them, honestly, and they do respond uniquely to them. They don't just, brush them under the rug. I mean, some suggestions are pretty trash, so they'll note it and then they move on, but that's like true with anything. I think a lot of people have really bad ideas and opinions, and I think that's fair for them to try to it's on them to have discernment to judge what is and what isn't a good and bad idea. And if they keep communicating what they are doing and the reasons behind or the principles behind what they're doing and why, at least we'll be in the loop and we can either, agree or disagree and then go from there with a public discourse where we can shape the sort of mecha game that they dream of in, the survey. I guess mecha game that we dream of, comrade. Anyway, I just wanted to share all that jazz. I'm gonna go kick rocks or something. I don't know. Have fun. Enjoy the hopium. I look forward to the new content. It's gonna be really good in the next month ish. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll do just fine. Injecting hopium particles. This is just some extra jazz as a side note, like completely unrelated to the whole video, but it's related to the video that Kris Kwok talked about or started playing Mecha BREAK with in season 2. Yo, like there are some people legit on the Chinese servers, or yeah, it's either Chinese or Apex servers. I'm not sure which servers, but they're fucking grinding the shit out of Mash. Like they make 400 pity reasonable. Now, I want 200 pity, but after seeing how fucking grindy their marketplace is already with how many cosmetics there are, like Stellaris Blade number 22 means that 21 other people got the Stellaris Blade, and that's a 1 in 3 chance to get that weapon skin after, freaking opening X amount of boxes for pity. And I'm not saying that all those skins were obtained via pity, but like what I am saying is that there's people out there hardcore grinding this shit. And I think maybe we should recognize that in another gameplay aspect. I mean, this game doesn't seem to be exactly tailored to the casual audience, which is fine in my opinion because a game for everyone is a game for no one, right? You probably heard people say that. Yep, 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 yak, yak. Um, but I don't know. I'm gonna up my request from 200 pity to 300 pity, and that's just what I'm gonna go with from now on because people do grind the shit out of this game, and um, I also want them to increase the drop rates a little bit so that way you're not expecting to hit pity in order to get the drop or this weapon skins and jazz. But hey, whatever. This is just extra side bonus shit ass. So fucking enjoy life, bro. Hopium. Cheers.